Today, I am going to show you how you can use Coohom. Coohom is a cool online tool for designing homes. You can draw rooms, add furniture, and even see how it looks in 3D. It's great for everyone, even if you're new to design. You don't need to be an expert to use it. Coohom helps you plan your space, big or small. It has lots of tools to help you create your ideas. You can make changes easily and quickly. It's like playing with a digital dollhouse, but for real rooms. Coohom makes designing easy and fun for everyone. Now, let's look at how to use Coohom. So first, you need to have a Coohom account. So once you do that, you can log into your account, and from here, you can click on Get Started. Now, from here, there are different points from where you can start. So you can upload a floor plan if you already have a floor plan. So Coohom will accept JPEG, PNG, PDF, or CAD files. You can also create a blank project if you want to start from scratch, and you can also use their templates. So they have idea templates. So here we have like modern living rooms and other templates here you can use and start with these templates, or you can also use floor plan templates. So we have a rectangular template, we have a 1 bedroom and 1 bath, we also have 2 bedrooms, and all sort of stuff. So for this tutorial, let's go ahead and choose create blank project. So let's click on this one, and it is going to take us to our main interface. So once the interface is loaded, you are going to see something like this. So let's start with basic controls. So to move around your workspace, you just need to hold on your mouse 1 or mouse 2 and just drag it. So you can move it like this, and you can zoom in and out using the wheel mouse. So you can zoom it like this, and you can also zoom out. Now here at the bottom, we also have different options. So right now we are in 2D view. You can also switch to 3D by just clicking on here. So now we are in 3D. The control still is the same, so you can zoom in or out using the mouse wheel, and you can look around by dragging your left mouse, and you can pan by holding down your right mouse key and dragging it, so like this. So this is the basic control. So we can go ahead and go back to 2D view. Now here on the left panel, we have floor plan, models, render, drawings, and AI. So let's explore these tools. Let's start with a floor plan. So here, these are basic elements of your building, such as your walls, your windows, your doors, your column, and all sorts of things that is related to the building itself. So for example, if you want to add a wall, you can just click on this wall here, and you can click on your first point. For example, you want to start here and just move the mouse across. So if you want the wall to end here, you can click this way, and then you can drag it like so. So after that, you just have to click on the right click, and that is your wall. Now, if you want to take a look at it in 3D mode, so you can just go ahead and click on 3D, and here we can see that we actually have our wall. All right, now if you want to add windows, so you can go ahead and click on windows, and you will have different options. You have a linear window, French window, and all kinds of windows here. So let's go ahead and just select the linear window. And here you can hover your mouse on the wall, and it is going to automatically clip on that wall. So for example, let's add a window in here and another window in here. All right, and here we can also add doors. So let's go ahead and click on door, and it will also have different options like single door, double door, a sliding door, and etc. So for this one, let's go ahead and choose single door. And here, just like the windows, it is going to snap to its place. We just need to click it in a wall. So for example, let's put it here. Now let's do a right click to deselect this tool. And now we can view it in 3D. So here is our door, and here is a room with two windows. All right, so let's go back to 2D view. And next to it is our structure. So we have columns, beams, and all other things. So if you need it, it is just the same flow. You just have to click it and then bring it to your design. Okay, going down to models. So here, this is where you can add some furnitures and other stuff in your design. So for example, let's go ahead and go with construction. Now here, you can choose different items from here. For example, if you want to add stairs, you can go ahead and click on stairs, and it is going to load different styles or different kinds of stairs. So depending on your design, whichever you want, you can go ahead and select it. For example, we can choose this one, and then you can bring it to your design and place it where you want to place it. So for example, let's add it here, and let's see what it looks like in 3D. Okay, so here we have our stairs. All right. So let's try and look for items that we can add. So here we can also add furnitures. So you can go through these list of furnitures here. It's the same way. So for example, you can go ahead and click on three-seater sofas, and it is going to load different sofas for you. Let's go ahead and try out this one, and you can place it in your design. So for example, if you want to place your sofa right here, you can do so. So there is the sofa and there is the stairs. All right. So let's go ahead and explore more. Let's go back. And here you can also add your lighting. So you can select different kinds of lighting. So they have pendants and chandeliers. Let's try this one out. So for example, if you want this one, so you can just click it and choose the spot where you want to put it, like so. So you notice that there is also this curving arrow here. So what this does is you can actually rotate your model. So if you put your chandelier here and you hover your mouse over this arrow and click it and then drag it, you can actually rotate your chandelier in here. All right, so after that, you can add more stuff. For example, if you want to add a different kind of lighting, let's try flush mounts, for example. So let's choose this one. You can put it in here. And also, you can also copy the same item. So you just go ahead and click on this button here and click on copy. And you can have multiple copies of the same item. So for example, if you want to put more of this item around, so you can certainly do so like this. All right. So let's try and take a look at in 3D. So there is our chandelier and our light is over there. We can actually move around this space by using our mouse. So we can look around, and if you're happy with that, I think that would be okay. Let's go back to 2D view. Now you can also add appliances here. So there are TVs, refrigerators, and what have you. So let's add refrigerator, for example. You can choose different kinds of refrigerator here. So let's go ahead and go with this one. You can put it, for example, in here. So you can also rotate this refrigerator using the same method that we did earlier. And also you can go back, and if you want to add, say for example, a television, you can also do so. So you can just click this one, select the one that you want. For example, let's go with this one. You can put it wherever you want. So for example, maybe we can put it here, for example. All right, so after that, let's go down to advanced tools. So here, this is where you can customize your design. So for example, let's go ahead with material and component. So here you can choose the materials that you want to be used in each component. So for example, let's look at the floor. If you want to change the material of this floor, you can do so. So here there are different designs. So let's say for example, you prefer to use something like this, for example. So you can go ahead and click this and click on the floor. And just like that, the floor is going to be changed into this material. So this works for the texture of the building, like the walls and the floors. So for example, if you want to change your wall, let's say for example, let's go to coating. So if you want to use a certain kind of coating, for example, let's go ahead with this one. So let's click this one and click on the wall, and it is going to be applied into that wall. So once you're happy with this, you can go ahead and click on back to floor planner. And if you're going to view it in 3D, you will see that everything was applied. All right, so let's go back to 2D view. So you can also use the same method with other components like your kitchen, your closet, doors, and windows. So this tool is going to change the material or the look of the model inside your design. So once you're happy with this one and you want to take a look how it looks like in real world, you can go ahead and click on render. So here you notice that there is this camera button here. So this camera here is going to be your view. So if you're going to change this camera, you will notice that in this window, it also changes the view. So for example, if you want to drag it here and you want to pan the camera that way, and you can also widen up the angle of the camera like so. So you can move the camera wherever you want the camera to be in. For this specific example, let's just put the camera here and let's put the TV and refrigerator in its frame, for example. Okay, like so. All right, so let's go ahead and look. Let's go ahead and view this in 3D. So we notice that the TV is actually on the floor. So what you can actually do is you can go back to floor plan. You can close this and locate your TV. It's this one. You can go to 3D view. So here you can click on your TV and click on the blue arrow here pointing up and drag it upwards. So here you can see that the TV is also changing its height. All right, so let's add more items here. So let's go back to models, and here we can add table. So let's take a look at furnitures, and let's go with tables, and let's go with this table here. So you can also place it in this space like so. So let's go back to 2D view. Okay, now let's take a look at how it looks in 3D. All right, so let's go back to render and see how it is going to look like. All right, so let's fix the camera like so. And then after that, if you're happy with this view, you can go ahead and click on real-time rendering. So you can add the name for this one. I will just leave it as is and click on confirm. And here it is going to render our scene. So once you are happy with this view, you can go ahead and click on render. So once that is done, you can go to your gallery, and here you will notice that your recent project is still rendering. You can see it completing here. So let's just wait for it. And after that, you will see your final result, which looks amazing. So here you can see that the texture is true to life, and also the floor, the TV, and the fridge and the table looks amazing. So once you're happy with that, you can go ahead and close this one. If you want to change something, you can go back to your floor plan and you can edit the design here. You can add other elements if you want to, and then you can render it and see your results. So there you have it. Now you know the basic tools to start your own designs. Isn't it amazing how you can create a whole room on your computer? Keep practicing and trying new things. The more you play with Coohom, the better you'll get. It's all about having fun and being creative. So go ahead, open Coohom and start designing your dream space today. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more videos like this. So, what are you going to create first? Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.